Hello everybody, oh, it's Wednesday already. Day 3 of my weight loss diary. I wanted to come in here because this morning I had this little video that I watched, and it talked about red light stories and green light stories, and basically the stories that we tell ourselves and how it applies to our everyday life. So I thought about this and I thought, wow, this really goes along with weight loss. This really goes along with having a goal for a certain kind of healthy lifestyle, and the stories that we tell ourselves in order to maybe get out of having to do the hard work. That is putting it point blank honest as can be, right? So a red light story is basically an excuse we tell ourselves. We're too busy. We, don't like to cook. We don't know how to cook. We think that eating healthy is too expensive. Don't like vegetables. Like, there's all these stories, right, going on that we just don't like, whatever it is. And we create a story around it to make whatever it is we are doing seem okay. And I really had the epiphany thinking, holy moly, like, I've been telling myself all kinds of stories as well. And if you've been following my journey at all, you know that I've lost a lot of weight. I used to weigh over 300 pounds. I am now on my way back into the 100. So I'm excited about that. But the point behind this is I've been telling myself a lot of red light stories. Like, you have RA, so you have to live this way. You are never going to be as fit as some of the other people. You're never going to lose that weight. Like, all of these things, right? That happens. We tell ourselves these, basically our fears turn into red light stories, and they, become alive when we tell that story to ourselves and basically placate the habit that we have that's not serving us. So I wanted to think outside of the box with this, because green light stories really ultimately mean you reframe what it is you're telling yourself negatively, turn it into a positive. So yes, maybe you don't like to cook, but you can say, I don't really like to cook, but I'm going to learn how. Like, it's an action behind it, so that instead of it just being a red light and you automatically stop yourself before you even try, you give yourself a little bit of a kickstart, and you understand that you have the power to change whatever it is that you're telling yourself. This is powerful, like, so crazy. I have been a habitual, every single afternoon, gigantic cup of coffee drinker, right? Meaning, let's put a cup of almond milk in it. Let's put half and half if it's in the house. And if I go out to a coffee shop, it'll be half and half. All these things that are unnecessary. First of all, you watched my video the other day. What did I say? Water is extremely important. But a lot of times I was drinking coffee in place of necessary hydration. And it was just this thing, like, okay, you've gotten to this certain point in your day, now it's time to have a coffee because you deserve it, right? Honestly, that's not a negative. I'm not telling myself something negative in that moment, but that habit is a red light habit, and it really was not serving my goals. My goal is to get back to that place where I was more comfortable in my clothing, where I felt better digestively, and ultimately just know that my health is on track again. And by saying I deserve a coffee now because I did this or I did that, it doesn't really work. So I've had to really switch that. And you saw on Monday I talked about my black coffee challenge, and it's still going strong. I know this is only day 3, and that might sound crazy to the people that don't drink coffee, but any of you who do drink coffee understand exactly what I'm talking about. So it's really interesting to me how often we give up on ourselves, and we don't put priority behind what it is we want to achieve. We just think that if it doesn't happen for us, then we aren't going to go out and try to get it. And I don't know, it drives me crazy because I do it too. But I see a lot of people give up before they get good, give up right before, that something clicks and it's just going to become super simple. So I don't want to give up anymore. And that really is the case of what it is when you go to the freezer at 8 o'clock at night and grab the ice cream container. Why are you giving up? Like, you have a goal to get healthier. You have a goal to lose weight. You have something very specific in your heart that you want to achieve, yet you're reaching for that for some reason. Like, is that going to make your goal happen? No. Is it going to deter it completely? Probably not. But here's the other part. It is going to do something to your mind. And when your mindset gets that little like slap, that little red light that like, yeah, see, told you couldn't do it. It hurts. And you don't feel like always picking yourself back up and going after it again. So it's really, really important to understand that habit is probably, I don't even know, the most vital part and process of any kind of goal, but so very specifically weight loss goals. I had a weird habit after my meals. I felt like I deserved something sweet. And this is a habit a lot of people have. It's not like a freakish thing, like I'm some kind of weirdo. A lot of us feel that way, right? And I learned my first day doing the nutrition, guided nutrition thing that I'm doing right now, that I'm full. Like, why do I feel like I need to reach for something sweet? Or why do I think I need, a mint or whatever it is? And I get that it's just a mint, but the point behind it is you're feeding that habit. And that habit really could, if you think about them like dragons, you gotta like slay the dragons out of your world. And that habit was definitely a dragon for me. And it took a couple days before I realized, like, dang, I was doing that after almost every time I ate, like every meal. And in the long run, it adds up to a lot. In the moment, it's very tiny, right? Like a lifesaver, who cares? But really, it's just like a crutch. And when you keep doing it, the crutch gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it becomes like this gigantic monster. And that's the point behind it. You have to really, really help out those red light issues. So that was basically the epitome of the epiphany that I had today. And ultimately, it's a journey, absolute personal journey. Every single person is going to go through this differently. Every single person is going to have a different outlook on what their nutrition should be. But I can tell you point blank, rest and water and moving your body some, because it's like mental therapy, is really, really important. And at the end of the day, when you look back and you think, like what you went through, what you accomplished, it's always nice to have something positive to look back on. So if you can turn red light habits into, or even red light stories that you're telling yourself, into green light moments where, yes, maybe it is expensive to buy produce, but you're going to try it, and you're, even baby steps, like one bag of spinach. You're going to try it and you're going to test it and you're just going to allow that into your world. That's a green light moment. And that's something to really, really celebrate and hold on to, because the next time you go, it's going to be a lot less painful and it's going to seem easier to add on, maybe some mini peppers or mushrooms or kale or something else that's really healthy for you, right? So these little tiny baby steps add up, but you have to cut out the red light stories. That's my learning for today. I still have to go work out because I had to go to the dentist this morning, so I did not get my workout done yet. But I appreciate those of you that watched or who are tuning in later. And I will be back tomorrow for more. I don't know what the epiphany will be tomorrow. Who knows? I am officially 12.4 pounds down since last month. So I'm very excited about that because this is a big, big deal. I've been losing and gaining the same, like at least 8 to 12 pounds since January. Like I lose it and then I gain it back and I lose it and I gain it back. And I'm tired of that feeling. It just feels gross. My gut felt gross. I don't feel good. Like it just isn't like, no. And I know I can do better. So that's why I'm here and that's why I'm talking about it. So I wanted to share that. I will let you guys go. Go enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you for watching and I will see you tomorrow.